Talk Trade. Let's go to Chicago. Todd Horwitz joining us. Bubba Trading. It's bubbatrading.com. You're not wearing your presidential button now anymore. I noticed that yesterday.
I'm laying in the weeds a little bit. I'm waiting for him.
All right. But Bubba, I almost said Bubba. Todd, a lot of folks enjoy your comments. All of our CME guests that come on here. You are connected to farmers, ranchers, and buyers and sellers, just giving them the information here. What's going on in this soybean trade that would drive it 30 cents higher today?
And by the way, my friends call me Bubba, so feel free to do so.
Okay.
You know, Mark, to me, it's like an air pocket right here. It seems to be a lot of short covering. If you watch the rotation between July and no, we see the spread widening a little bit again, which to me seems like a little bit of short covering, a little bit what we would call a silo squeeze here. I think it's being done on light volume. I mean, behind me, there's nothing going on. It's been basically quiet all the time, and I think this is the type of action we could have expected going into a holiday week. You know, you catch a number of people on the wrong side of a market, and it just continues to mushroom and explode. I think that's what we're seeing here. I think this is a great opportunity. I hope that my farmers and producers have cleaned out those bins and got rid of that storage stuff. We waited. It worked out well. I think that, again, I'm still very friendly here, but I do believe that there has to be some selling pressure. I think we've seen a very big whipsaw the last couple of days. Overnight lower, the day big rally, then a smash at the close. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see that again. I don't think we'll go down today, obviously, from up 25 cents here, but I'm concerned about this rally. This is not what I would call a foundation rally that I'd want to build on here.
All right. So, but if you're pricing the new crop and you haven't done a whole lot up to now, what do you think about that for producers and some of them trying to get the crop in the ground, for crying out loud?
Well, you know, I think that, you know, right now you can get in, you can almost hedge in, 10.20, 10.40 in November. So I think that's something that would be very smart to do. You know, one of the nice things, if you understand it and do it properly, you don't give up the upside of what you can make. You protect the downside, and that's what we're always worried about, especially farmers and producers, because you're laying out the money to put that in the ground. So you got to make sure you can protect those costs. I think we're, again, I'm looking for $10 beans before we start any move back to the upside. I know we're higher now, but I think we need to see, for the health of the market, I think it's a better technical setup if we get a little bit of selling here. I think the move has been just a little bit too parabolic here and too straight up.
Very good. Todd Horwitz, I'm going to get the numbers here because this is our last update, Todd, so we'll come back to you in about a minute here and look at the livestock trade. Looking at corn higher, we talked about beans. Corn is higher by 5 to 6. July at 403.5. December new crop 407.5, both about a penny from their highs of the day. Soybeans, as we mentioned, higher by 24, 26 cents, although November up 21, so that's when he's talking about that spread between the July new crop and November, or I should say July old and November new. November, though, at 10.50 a bushel right now, only 7 cents from their high of the day. Quick look at wheat, then we do take a break. 2 cents higher, Chicago July at 4.66. Kansas City, July contract there up 6 1/4. 4.52 3/4, about 2 cents from their high. And Minneapolis not following along here today so far, and that's still the case. July, Minneapolis down 3/4, 5.21 1/4. Back with more. Todd Horwitz live from Chicago. One last look at the livestock trade from his vantage point in 1 minute.